Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here for a bit of a different video. Now we are starting Breaking Point 2, which of course Breaking Point 1 was in F1 2021, but now we're in F1 23 and we have BP2. We're obviously gonna go with hard and we're gonna keep all the settings as they are. So let's jump straight into Breaking Point 2.
Aiden, please tell us, how does it feel to be on the verge of getting behind the wheel for your very first race?
I feel like a little kid. I look around and I'm surrounded by my heroes.
And tell me about Casper Ackerman. How is that relationship coming along?
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it then?
He tried to stop them from signing you. Didn't want to play babysitter. We all feel sorry for you, mate. You never stood a chance with him.
I had a call this morning from Christian Horner. You're being watched.
You know what his problem is, don't you? Thinks you're getting too old.
You want respect, you give respect. That's how it works.
How about you give me a little respect?
How about you earn it first? I'm done.
You what?
I'm retiring.
Why didn't it work out between you two?
He's on more money than me.
What? He didn't want me on the team.
Didn't I? And you thought I was past my best?
So none of this is true.
There's always gossip in the paddock. And ever since he's arrived, there's been one man at the center of it all. I want us to push for fourth. I want us to beat Butler. And I want that seat to go to you.
So Alfa Romeo potentially on track to really upset Alfa Tauri here. Butler's closing in on Ackerman. Down the inside he goes, and they've hit each other. Butler into the barrier, and that looks to be the end of the race for him. The Dutchman looks to be continuing at.
It's great to see him still in this fight, Crofty.
Go for third, Aiden. What about Casper?
We let Aiden pass.
Let Aiden pass.
We did it.
We did it. Have you seen the crash yet?
Butler's okay?
Bruised ego, perhaps.
It's been a cracking race so far, and it's all up for grabs.
Absolutely, Crofty. Some fantastic driving here today. Especially, I have to say, from Aiden Jackson. I don't think I've ever seen the Connorsport car being put through its paces quite like this.
This is a team, Connorsport, that have got a lot to prove this season, but Jackson might just be the man to do it.
Okay, Aiden, nice job so far. Let's try and bring that gap down to the car ahead if you can.
Copy that.
So here we go then. First chapter of Breaking Point 2. Driving as Aiden Jackson at the Miami Grand Prix. We have 8 laps to go and the objective is to finish the race. So nothing major yet. Gonna go up the inside of Sonoda there. And that is already one position. But yeah, Breaking Point 2, Chapter 1 right here. I'll try and get these videos out. 3 chapters per video. And let's see how we do here. As we are closing up to the back of Mick Schumacher. Alonso and Schumacher fighting. Not much we can do. But we get to the inside and that is a double overtake. On the pair of them up to P11 we go. Round the outside of Lando Norris to make our next move. Up into the points we go. The AI is still very slow through there. We get the cut back on Valtteri Bottas. And we get ahead around the outside. Up into P9. Next up ahead is Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. So here we go then. This is going to be an easy overtake on Lewis Hamilton. DRS open. We can comfortably make that move stick. Pull to the inside of Gasly, and as we open DRS we are going to pull past. We are on the better tire as well, so pretty easy move for us. We even can go slightly back on the racing line. And that is us up into P6. Next up ahead is Sergio Perez. He's on the hard tires for some reason, as we set the fastest lap of the race. Here we go then, overtaking Sergio Perez. To the outside we go this time, as we have more grip on the softs and we get that move done. Next up we have George Russell, and we should be able to get him with ERS, Slipstream and DRS. Gonna go to the inside into the last corner and make that move stick as well. Up into P4 we go.
I'm losing power. Why am I losing power? Copy that. We see it. We're looking into it. Okay, I'm afraid you're going to have to retire the car, please, Aiden. Retire the car. You're joking! I'm sorry, Aiden. Pull over now, please. Pull over now. This is getting ridiculous.
And that's agonising for Jackson. Just a few laps left to go, and he's out of the Miami Grand Prix.
With every race, the car looks like a constant problem for Connor Sport. It must be devastating for the drivers.
Confirmation as the car comes to a halt. The Connor Sports Aiden Jackson won't be seeing the checkered flag today, but it looks like his teammate will. Jackson's DNF puts Devon Butler in a position where he might just be able to secure some points for Connor Sports.
Aiden's out. Yep, engine problem, I'm afraid.
Good job you got me.
All right, Devon, don't push it too hard. We cannot risk losing both cars here.
It's in the bag, mate.
All okay, Aiden?
Yeah, how's Devon doing?
Yeah, he's doing all right, mate. He looks like he's going to bring home some points for the team.
Good for him.
So that was a very interesting cutscene. Now we jump to the post-race of Chapter 1. So we were on for a podium, but unfortunately the Connor Sport car just couldn't handle it, and we broke down. So let's advance to the post-race sequence of the Miami Grand Prix of Chapter 1.
If it's not one thing, then it's another. Did you not see what happened out there today?
Aiden, I agree with you 100%. We are doing everything we can. I know the car is not perfect, but...
Andreo, it's every race. Do you know how I look losing easy points like this?
Knock, knock. Sounds like there's a right show going on in here. What am I missing?
Not now, Devon.
Aiden and I were just discussing issues with the car.
Again? I thought that was all in hand. I had no problems today. Smooth. You know what they say? A shoddy workman always blames his tools. mate. You can look at my setup data anytime you want. I've told you that. It might help.
And I've told you before. It's not a setup issue. The problem is...
Jackson. That was the problem with the 2022 season. Ask anyone. I mean, at the end of 21, everyone thought Aiden was going to be signed by one of the big three. But, I guess they couldn't reach an agreement, so we both signed for Connor Sport.
And do you think that affected Aiden?
That's no secret. Now, for that 22 season, Jackson was a nightmare.
Into turn 2 we go now. Butler comes out of the pit lane. Jackson is right now with him. This is dicey, Ant. Neither one of these two wants to give way.
This would have been a lot cleaner if Jackson had just let him go. He's just not giving him an inch.
They continue onwards, still wheel to wheel, almost touching there as well, as we head down the straight towards the next chicane. Nothing to separate either car, and through the chicane we go. And now Jackson sends them both off the track, and Butler over a curb. That looked nasty.
And I do believe that one of their cars is damaged here, Crofty. I think it's Butler.
Damage, Ant, but also they've lost places too.
Unbelievable and totally unnecessary as well.
Well, one damaged car, places now to make up. What a complete mess that was.
What was that? Where did he even think it was going to go?
Okay, Okay, calm yourself down. We'll look at it in the debrief later, but right now I want you to go and get those places back. Come on, let's go.
So here we are then, 7 laps to go of the Canadian Grand Prix. Need to try and finish in 16th position. 13th position. We are currently in P17. So we have to make up 4 positions over the course of this race. As first up will be Mick Schumacher's, obviously in F1 22, but not in F1 23. But since we are in the F1 22 season, we still have him on the grid. Bonus is if we finish ahead of one of the 2 home crowd favorites, Nicholas Latifi or Lance Stroll. Now, let's see, we're probably gonna go for a dive bomb here, as we know we will get DRS. So that was good. Next up ahead is Nicholas Latifi. So if we overtake him, we already get the bonus if we manage to finish ahead of him. Although that is not how you wanna navigate the final chicane at Montreal, but yeah, up to P16 now. 1 lap has passed. Let's see if we can get Latifi here. He is very, very slow in that Williams. We're gonna use our battery. We're gonna have a look up the inside here. And are we gonna make the move stick? We are gonna make the move stick around the outside of Nicholas Latifi. Up to P15 we go. So just 2 more positions to gain in the next, what is that, 5.5 laps. But we have about 3.5 seconds to P13. So we are gonna have to push, but I think it should be achievable. Here we go then. Trying to overtake Esteban Ocon. Up the inside of turn 1 we go, and we make that move stick. Down the inside of Alex Albon we go there, and we pick up P13 in this race, which is our goal. And we have more than 4 laps to spare, so let's see how much further up the grid we can get ourselves in this 2022 Canadian Grand Prix. Free position for Leclerc there, as we now challenge Shogun Yu. We brake really late and we go right around the outside at the brake in the braking zone. As now we're up into P11. Next up ahead is Lando Norris, who is really slow on that exit, and we get the DRS and we're instantly past him. Up into P10 we go, so we would get points if we're able to finish this race. Stroll up ahead, the second home favorite. We're gonna get the undercut there on Stroll, and we make that move stick. So past the second Canadian we go, and up into P9. Let's see if we can catch Bottas ahead.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead,
although it will be difficult
0.6 seconds.
to catch over 2 seconds in a bit more than 2 laps. Round the outside of Valtteri Bottas at the chicane there. Not as a corner where you normally overtake, but we made it work, which is what counts. Up to P8 we go. Next up ahead are the 2 AlphaTauri, sorry. Let's see if we can overtake both of them. We're gonna go for a dive bomb on Pierre Gasly into the hairpin. Of course, in 2023 is not at AlphaTauri, and now we're gonna use our ERS, open the DRS, and we're gonna fly past Yuki Tsunoda, which puts us into P6, which is really not too shabby. From P17 to P6. Purple last sector for good measure. We might actually catch Fernando Alonso here. We might be able to overtake him as well, as we get a beautiful run through that chicane. Bit of a moment, and we are very, very far back, but the AI does brake super early. We're gonna go for a lunge. We're gonna go in deep. Takes so long to turn the car, but we actually make the move stick, and Alonso is unable to switch back us. So we are actually gonna hold on to P5, I think. Yeah, Alonso is nowhere near re-overtaking us. Sainz wins the race, but we're gonna come all the way back to P5. Will we get the fastest lap on top? I don't think we did, but that was a very, very good Canadian Grand Prix.
Hey there, can you raise that lamp about 6 inches, right? Excellent. A butler should always look sharp. So.
At what point in the 22 season was it clear to you that the team was struggling?
Oh, well, right after the Hungarian GP. I may only be the money, but even to me it was obvious. The whole thing was a shambles.
Yet again, Connor Sports Jackson and Butler battling it out on track. It seems as
Hang
if
on
they...
2 seconds, Nats.
Okay, Devon, Aiden's lapping faster than you. I need you to let him pass, please. Devon, do you copy? Listen to me, I need you to let Aiden pass now.
Butler just completely blanking the order there. Seems like he didn't even acknowledge it.
Too true, but as you can see, no way through for Jackson. No way at all. This Connor Sport rivalry is getting heated on the track here in Hungary.
So here we go then, chapter 3 at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Our objective is to overtake Butler before lap number 14.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use.
So let's see if we can do so. Might go for it now as we are gaining. We go up the inside at turn 1. And we make the move stick quite comfortably. So I guess we have to now wait until lap number 14. Never mind, objective updated, finish in the top 10. And if we finish in the top 8 and get fastest lap, we get some extra. Past Ocon we go. And we're gonna get Alonso as well for good measure. I was not sure what he was doing there, but we get up into P10. We pass Lewis Hamilton.
That brings you up a place.
So up to P2 we go. Penultimate lap of the race. We should be able to get Max as well. So we are looking good for a race win. Massively bottoming out on the curb there. Last lap of the race. Are we gonna make a move on Max? We are gonna have a look up the inside. We lock the rears, we give him the outside line. But as we put down the throttle and open the DRS, we are in the lead of the Hungarian Grand Prix. Bit wide at turn 2. But now it's gonna be really, really difficult for Max to re-overtake us as we run wide there after bouncing across the curbs.
capable hands. Devon, you had a problem with a team order today?
Didn't happen.
What?
Look, I know everyone's saying I ignored it, but it didn't happen. I never got the order. Check the comms.
Shoddy workman always blames his tools, eh?
Check the comms.
Okay, we checked the communication pipeline. Fix it. This cannot happen again.
Typical.
Aiden, listen.
What's the point?
It's just Devon being Devon.
And what? That makes it okay? He's an arrogant...
No, you're right to call him out. But imagine if we didn't give him certain freedoms. He'd be even harder to manage. As his father, I know. Aiden, you're the best driver that we have. And it's right for you to put Devon in his place. He needs it. The team needs it.
Thanks. Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me. I think...
Honestly, we don't deserve you. And I know that you're being discussed at other teams. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. I'm sorry if I've spoken out of turn. About Devon.
Not at all. You know the best way to keep Devon in his place?
What's that?
Beat him.
Could you take a look at this, please?
So, after that cutscene, which was a very interesting one, we are now back as Andrea O'Connor. Connor Sport have been contacted by a film production company. They are currently in pre-production phase for the latest installment in the ever-popular Throttle Zone movie franchise and want to offer a cameo role to one of our drivers. They are also keen to use Connor Sport branding within the picture, and it will be an excellent opportunity to help build the team on the map. The question is, which drivers should represent Connor Sport in the movie? We'll definitely go with Aiden. When challenged by the press about disregarding a team order during today's race, Devon went public with the comms issue. We're now being pressured for a statement. What is our response? Either we don't want to create any unnecessary controversy, we'll protect Devon for now and confirm it was an issue with the comm. We can deny it and say he can't go around making those claims, state there is no issue with comms that should keep Devon in his place. Or cautious, we still don't know ourselves, let's be open and say that we're running tests and looking into it. I think that's a safe option to do. As our engineer walks off, and that is the end of chapter 3, which means it's the end of this video, and more Breaking Point content will come very, very soon. So if you did enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, as I do put quite a bit of work into this YouTube channel. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching, take care and goodbye.